Back on TYT Sports, Francis and Jason here. Now, UFC 196 is on Saturday, and it's not just about Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. Miesha Tate and Holly Holm are also fighting, and we talk a lot about McGregor. We talk a lot about Ronda Rousey on this medium, on this platform, but we are going to dive more into other fighters and cards, especially when it comes to the recaps. We have a great coverage day coming for you on Monday with a special guest to bring on to help us with that coverage. We're very, very excited, so please stick around for the UFC 196 recap coverage as well. But we have 5 facts about Miesha Tate that you might not know heading into UFC 196. We're going to kick through these. First, some information. She's 17-5-0, and she's 29 years old. But the first is wrestling time. Tate joined the Franklin Pierce High Tacoma, Washington boys wrestling team as a freshman. While she said the coach wasn't initially keen on having Tate on a team filled with boys, she developed into a standout. Tate won the Washington State Girls High School Championship and her team's Coaches Award as a senior, right? Let's continue through 2 more. Let's continue through all these, and we'll break them down after. She's a takedown master. 25 takedowns, the most by any UFC women's bantamweight fighter. The stats include her fights in Strikeforce, an organization UFC absorbed. The only fight of her 14 in UFC Strikeforce she failed to complete at least 1 takedown was against Sarah McMahon at UFC 183 in January of 2015, a bout that Tate went on to win via decision. Number 3, Francis, you can read for the class.
Number 3 is it's not broken. It certainly didn't look good after Ronda Rousey contorted Tate's left arm into shape it shouldn't. It had been a while. They first faced each other in March 2012. I'm going to paraphrase because there's a lot of words. Anyway, the injury was immediately reported as a broken arm, but soon after Tate said that Rousey's trademark armbar instead tore several ligaments in her arm. Tate was submitted by the same tactic in a rematch at UFC 168 in December 2013, but Tate was able to tap out before any serious damage was done at that time. Number 4.
Before we get to number 4, a very important would you rather. Would you rather have your arm being ripped out of its socket, dislocated,
or just tendons,
or would you rather have all your tendons just severely damaged?
I'll go for secret option number C, Jason Rubin, and I'll take neither.
Well, you can't take neither. Would you rather get your socket ripped out of your arm, or would you rather get your ligaments ripped to shreds?
Well, fun fact, one thing you didn't know about Francis Maxwell is he already dislocated his elbow freshman year at soccer, and I seen my elbow protrude from my arm. So I would take the ligament damage because I've already seen my elbow pop out of the socket.
Idris elbow. Booyakasha. Booyakasha! Early retirement is the 4th Miesha Tate fact of the day. That is tenement on wheels. We're not there yet. Early retirement. Tate hinted that she could walk away from UFC after Holm was tapped to fight Rousey at UFC 193 in November. She had to wait a few more months, but Tate will get her second UFC title shot at 196, happening Saturday. Lastly, Francis, a tenement on wheels. Tate and her long-term boyfriend and training partner, Brian Caraway, lived in a motorhome outside their gym as the two cobbled together whatever money they could to keep their respective MMA careers going. I hope the USA Today, these 5 facts, thank you to them, by the way, shared some new light on Miesha Tate, maybe some things you did not know about her heading into UFC 196. Yeah, Francis, what are you most impressed by? The takedowns?
Let's not get carried away with her relationship with Brian Caraway. I'm trying to make the joke, but
all right, well, now you don't get any time to talk.
I'm going to get through it. Let's not get carried away with her relationship with Brian Caraway. I think we smoked before this. Did we smoke? No, we didn't. We just went on the clip. Either way.
Maybe. No.
I think what I see is that the people are all learning their lesson before the fight. Like what happened against Ronda Rousey is Ronda Rousey fought Holly Holm, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh my God, Holly Holm's this, and this after they actually fought. And now I think they're trying to cover their bases. So if Miesha Tate goes on and wins, like we've known about Miesha Tate for a while. She has fought Ronda Rousey
back
in the past.
They mentioned Strikeforce.
So I think they're trying to say, like, okay, this is a serious matchup. You need to watch out for someone who's came from the industry, is a veteran, and is coming up against a new hot tamale on the market, Holly Holm.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really excited for 196. I would have been more excited if, of course, Dos Anjos was fighting McGregor. But this undercard-ish, it's not really an undercard fight. It's a title fight. I would say it's a co-main event.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to tune in time-wise into many great of the women's fights. Like the Ronda Rousey one, some of which lasted so short, it wasn't a good fight. You can watch it on Instagram. And the Holly Holm fight was so lopsided to what I thought was going to happen. It was I didn't even know what to expect. This fight, I want to see 5 rounds, 4 or 5 rounds of just of well-trained UFC fighting, right? And everything that goes with it, jiu-jitsu and the kickboxing and the cardio and the takedowns, and I'm excited for it. I really am. If I had to pick a winner, I think I'm going to pick Miesha Tate. And I have no backing as to why. Holly Holm is favorited. She is supposed to win And I have no discredit to Holly Holm. I think she's an awesome fighter as well. But I'm going to go with Team Tate.
Yeah, well, it's interesting for the fights because you've got two somewhat masters of their trade in separate categories, right? You just seen there.
Yeah.
That Tate
This is
a master
almost
of
like This is like the Chad Mendes-McGregor fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Holly Holm switches up because think about how many times
she does prepare.
Think about how many times we watched Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm's fight. Like, imagine how many times Miesha Tate has studied that and made sure that she analyzes every movement. Because Holly Holm, above anything else for that fight, the one word to describe it was prepared. She was prepared from the moment she stepped in, even before when the pre-match conferences and everything. She looked calm and collective. She was prepared to throw things at Ronda Rousey that Ronda Rousey was not, I don't think, well suited or adjusted well to. And I think that in doing so, Holly Holm is going to come up against Miesha Tate with the exact same fashion. She's not going to be thinking she can ride on the coattails of what she did against Ronda Rousey. That's why I think Holly Holm comes out victorious. I think her jab is too good. I think she's too good basically going toe-to-toe with Miesha Tate. I think Miesha Tate will be able to get her on the ground maybe once or twice, but I'll be interested to see how Holly Holm gets out of that situation. The same question was posed to McGregor. How does he deal when people take him down? Well, Chad Mendes took him down like 30 million times, and McGregor was still able to emerge. So true champions will adjust, and my money's on Holly Holm.
All right, Francis. Well, I ended yesterday, which was Wednesday's show. Today's Wednesday, I'm an idiot. I ended Tuesday's show with a Waka Flocka Flame lyric, and I'm going to also end this show with a Waka Flocka Flame lyric.
Hit me.
This one comes from I Can't Rap Volume 2, a mixtape in 2015, Fire Squad remix. All I need, call me Inky. Game on. Oh, let's do it. Round of applause, you a lie. Waka Flocka Flame. Stay true to yourself, man. Subscribe to TYT Sports. Again, Facebook.com/TYT Sports. We're growing. We got to 5,000 likes on Facebook. We couldn't do that without you guys. So let's get to 10,000. 250,000 subscribers. We are so close. And we will give you an amazing Q&A and probably give away a T-shirt. And again, as always, you will always get a chance to win one of Francis Maxwell's coveted bow ties.
Have I ever given one of them away?
No, you haven't. But, you know, the audience is dripping for it.
Ew. Ew.